and welcome to the Morwenna Banks Show. I'm Morwenna Banks, and this is my show.
Is the fireplaces?
No fireplaces?
Flower beds. Rip them up, put the fireplaces in. Yeah, there we go. Knock off, pipes out on the fireplaces.
Yes, couple of hampers over there.
Couple of shooting sticks there.
Huge pile of jodhpurs over there.
Drain the lake.
Fill it with monocles.
Gazebo? No, gazebo. No, more gators. Sweet gators? Sweet gators.
Yeah, you can just have the garden put in over there.
Topping idea.
Yes, I do know what is the universe. It is very huge and enormous, and it was made one day when God was playing with a great big balloon. And he did blow it up so big that suddenly it did explode and make a very big bang. And all of the little bits of plastic from the balloon did fly all over the place. And the bits of balloon did melt into little round balls, and these are planets. And then God did a big sneeze, but because he is God, including Jesus Christ Almighty inside him, snot did not fly out his nose, but lovely shiny angel's dust. This dust did turn into stars, and then that was the universe. And anyway, then God had to decide what planets the human beings could live on. And there was one big one with lots of mud and soil on it, and God said, I think I will call this planet Earth. And on another planet he threw a cartoon dog, and that was Pluto. And there was one other planet what God did rub his bottom on, and that planet did be called Anus. What is rolled up talk for bum hole. I know because my brother told me. But first of all, when God did sprinkle the humans onto the earth, they were not like normal people. They did be more like, hairy monkeys with no clothes on. And they ate roast dinosaurs and mammoths. But then one day, two of the monkeys was in a lovely garden called the Garden of Edith. And they was called Adam and Eve. And suddenly Adam said, "Bloomin' heck, Neve, I can see your bosoms." Eve said, "Yeah, and I can see your twig and nuts." And they ran off to a shop and bought some trousers and hats. And that is how humans did start to wear clothes. And soon they invented the aeroplane. But also some humans were not monkeys. They were like little fishies and come out of the water and grew legs and arms. And they went to live in Russia. And one day all the planets might join up and we will all live on one big planet and everyone will be friends, even if they can only speak French. That is what is the universe. It's true.
Has changed.
Oh, it's a lovely morning, and the sun is in the sky, and I'm so happy that we're together, you and I. Yes, I'm so happy that we're together, you and I. Yes, I'm so
Good morning.
Good morning, Father Anthony. Good morning, young ladies.
Your Father Anthony has kindly agreed to give us a talk on the meaning of this very special day, the Feast of the Immaculate Conception.
Thank you, sister. Now, the Immaculate Conception is a particularly special feast because it acknowledges that Christ's mother, the Virgin Mary, was herself conceived and born free from original sin.
Sister, will you ask Father Anthony what a virgin is?
But sister, it's important that the girls know for the full understanding of the scriptures, and I think it might come better from your lips.
No, of course, Father. Angela, a virgin is a lady who has never known a man.
Sister, does that mean that you're not a virgin because you know Father Anthony?
Allow me, sister. A virgin, Angela, is a woman who has not had sexual intercourse.
Sister! Will you ask Father what's a sexual intercourse, please?
Learned about that in your biology classes.
Now, we've only done amoeba.
No one asked for your opinion.
What was the question again, sister?
What's sexual intercourse?
A good question. It is when a man puts his erect penis inside a woman's vagina.
Sister, will you ask Father Anthony what's a vagina?
Well, put it this way. You've all got one, and I haven't.
Has sister got one, Father?
Yes, I would imagine. That is, I mean, well, not imagine, exactly. But of course she has.
Is it your wee hole, Father?
Very nearby.
And what have you got, Father?
I've got what's termed a penis.
Don't you dare ask what that is, Bridget Kelly.
I know what a penis is, sister, but my daddy says priests have them cut off when they take their vows.
Angela!
Nobody has anything cut off, Angela.
Oh, but sister, the man who lives across the road had his cut off in the war by the Jappos. And he makes me lick at it.
Poor girl! What does it look like?
It looks like a snail all gooey and that, and he makes me poke it with a stick.
This poor girl should have care and attention. This is very traumatic for her.
Yeah, yes it is, sister. I may go loony, so I better have special lessons with Father Anthony all on myself. They'll lick it over the shock.
Of course, yes. I'll go talk to Mother Superior straight away.
Oh, Angela, dear. Are you all right after this terrible shock?
Yes, sister, but what's even more terrible is that the man makes me carry the bit that got cut off around in this jam jar!
Angela, you will be the death of me! Oh, there's something about that whole lesson that makes me want to go and get down on my knees in front of Father Anthony. I'm getting tall now, look. And I've had rapide for 4 years now, since I was little, and my dad says that I'll soon be too tall to ride him. And I don't want that. I don't ever want that. So, I got my dad's big saw from the garage and I took it to my bedroom, and I wanted to. I really did. But I couldn't saw my feet off. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I'm sorry, Rapide. I'm sorry I'm not brave enough. You'd cut off your feet for me, I know you would, because I dreamt it.
Oh, darling, sorry I'm late. Don't ask. What did you get up to last night? Don't ask. Something happened, didn't it? Oh, yeah. Something happened. He was lying on top of me. I was being sick, and that is the least embarrassing thing that happened all year. Oh, my God. I know. Oh, what? So how? Why? Okay, so we were all sitting in the office, and you know what it gets like on a Friday afternoon? Oh, yeah. Right, so anyway, there's been this giant bottle of Drambuie sitting on the shelf above the photocopy like forever, and we always said we wouldn't open it until we got a big contract, right? Yeah, and what happened? Finished it. And you know what, I'm really good with whiskey. You know, I know my limit, and then I stop. Yeah. I didn't stop, no. I just thought, you know, what the hell, it's Friday. Friday, exactly. I mean, listen, what happened then? Well, you know that guy in the office above us that I told you about, like, really horrible, really, really disgusting guy.
Oh, yeah, the moose breath pustule, flaky skin man,
Yeah.
You didn't.
Where? Toilets. Oh, ladies or gents, both, and the disabled. Oh my God. I know, plus tattoo boy followed me in and we ended up... Oh, my God.
That's when you were sick?
No, that was later. Somewhere else.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Yeah, well, I must have been, because the next thing I remember is the nightclub.
The nightclub?
Oh, God, and I was dancing with this DJ with, like, tattoos of women's, women's weird names.
It's fine to dance with a DJ, just so long as you
And the
don't
next thing I
actually...
remember, we were in his
Go back
flat.
to his flat. Yeah. Okay, so wait, listen. How old was he? 30-ish. 40.
Between 50 and 70. He was about 75. Anyway, we were in his kitchen drinking hooch and eggnog, and oh my God! And I went to nibble his ear, and oh my God!
What?
It wasn't there!
Oh my God!
And then nothing much happened.
Well, there you go. I mean, that is good.
Yeah, that's good. But then his hands were everywhere, and I don't know what it was, whether he had, like, not enough fingers, or too many fingers. Yeah, he had too many fingers. Oh my God! Oh my God, there were two of them! There were two of them! Oh my God, it was his brother! Or was it his father? Oh my God, I don't know, and I was kissing him! And, oh my God, his top teeth came away in my mouth.
So it was the father then. Lizzie, listen, look. I don't want to be too... but... Can you remember if there were any condoms involved?
Penny, I am not that bad. Of course I can remember if condoms were involved. They were flavoured. How do I know they were flavoured? Oh my God, no, I'm just a bit hazy after that, except that at one point, one of the guys gets out these toys, these I think they were toys, they had whirring bits on them, and they needed an adapter, so I said I'd go and get one.
What, in the middle of the night?
It was getting light, so I went out to hail a cab, and I remember it being really cold. Oh my God. I didn't have any clothes on. God, and then I must have blacked out, because the next thing I can remember is waking up with my face stuck in half a pizza.
Now, are you sure it was pizza?
Yeah, because it was carrots and peppers and...
Look, Lizzie, listen. It's a one-off, right? Let's just have a drink. Forget about it.
Oh, Penny, such a pan. You're right, you're absolutely right. It's over, it's behind me. Yeah, we'll get us some drinks.
Great.
Such a doll.
Police station? I'd like to report a stalker. Hello, Constable. You were quick. I wasn't expecting you yet.
I was just passing Mrs. Fletcher, so I thought I'd pop in and see how you were.
Well, I just phoned the station and left a message for you.
That's a bit of luck. I'll just pop back and find out what it was.
Righto, Constable. And while you're doing that, I'll just go on my summer holidays. Fairies, we are, I suppose. Yes, well, or are we teeth fairies when there's more than one of us? Oh, yes, I take your point, but it's still only one tooth at a time, isn't it? One tooth per fairy.
Unless there's been a fight.
Oh, yes, do you remember that time I got there? And that kid had been smacked in the mouth by a swing, pushing the swing, do you remember? And his dad wanted to take a picture and he said, smile! And he went, smile, and whack! Yeah, must have been 5 or 6 teeth under the pillow that night. Yes, but you can only get them one at a time, can't you? Because there's only enough room in the little tooth cart for one. Well, so? Well, all I'm saying is there was never a point when you're a teeth fairy, because you're always only ever handling one tooth. Oh, yeah. I suppose the question that we get asked most often is, what do we want the teeth for? We use them to make igloos for us to live in, obviously.
I want to look out for a couple of nice front teeth.
Oh, yes?
Yes, I leave an extension out the back. Going to put a pool table in. Is that
Is that the kind of thing you're up? Did you like that? You think so?
Yes, I think the police authority regret the arrangements that were made, but you know, these things happen.
Regret? The entire Edinburgh police force took their holidays at the same time.
Oh, well, it's typical of the press to focus on one tiny aspect of the situation. Granted, there was no police force at all for 2 weeks, but let's look at the positive side of this. Firstly, allegations of police brutality were zero during this period. And secondly, crime figures plummeted.
Aye, but the crime rate soared.
And the figures plummeted. I think it also made people realise how much they appreciate the police force when they did all get back from Barbados.
And is Barbados back to normal now?
Oh, yes. The state of emergency is over and the reports of open warfare in the bars were quite inaccurate. A lot of the bloodshed actually took place on the beaches.
Has the police commissioner been removed from his post?
Well, certainly not. No, we've spoken to Sir Robert in the strongest possible terms and he fully understands the importance that we in Edinburgh attach to staggering police holidays. Now, in his defence, Sir Robert did explain that he was not thinking at the time. Now, I'm sure we've all been not thinking at some time or other.
Not while in charge of an entire police force.
Now, well, I think you're forgetting a fundamental point here, and that is that Sir Robert, like myself, is a very busy man. For instance, we're both involved in the hotel business in the Caribbean. That's what this is all about, isn't it? It's nothing to do with the police force. It's just a witch hunt.
Nice holiday, Mrs. Fletcher.
Lovely. Did you get my card? I sent it to the station.
Did you? Thanks for your card, Mrs. Fletcher. Haven't had time to read it. Now, anyway, I understand you want to report a stalker.
That's correct.
Calm down, Mrs. Fletcher. There's no need for hysterics.
Thank you, Constable. I'm much better now. Well, the startling thing about having two such gifted children as the twins is they start to show you about yourself and they prove you light on airs of your own life, don't they, darling? And because they're so grown up, I sometimes think Duncan is more of a child than either of them. He certainly spends more time playing with toys and disappearing into the loft for hours on end.
Not toys.
Of course they're toys. They're little toy soldiers and he paints them with his little brush.
It's a serious historical recreation.
And he sets them out and he plays and plays and plays and plays and plays and plays and plays. But will he let open a room up there to play with him? No, he won't. But it doesn't matter because I took them up there anyway while he was out. And they weren't that interested. In fact, they were rather scornful of the whole thing. Mind you, the Battle of Waterloo looked so much more interesting once Odin replaced Napoleon with 6 velociraptors and started stamping about. And then Arona had a wonderful idea, which was really thoughtful and imaginative. She said, let's clean the soldiers for Daddy. Isn't that lovely? So we got a great big bucket and we poured paint stripper in and then some other stuff and we dropped the soldiers in one by one, the blue ones and the red ones and the orange ones. It was a marvellous game, tremendous one. They were clean for a while until they started melting and dissolving. The little toy soldiers, that is, not Odin and Aroma. And then when everything was smashed up or melted, the twins said something which I thought was just so insightful and clever. It was, Daddy would have to spend more time with us now, won't you, Mummy? And I had to smile. I mean, what could you do?
Can't talk today. He needs a hug. Don't you?
Previously before,
Now, this stalker, can you give give me a description?
He's about your height, thick set, and he rides around on a bike. He wears a dark suit with lots of shiny buttons.
A bit of a flash Harry, is he? Does he wear a hat?
Not so much a hat, more a helmet, really.
Has he spoken to you at all?
Yes, he keeps on asking me questions.
Asking you questions, does he?
And then he makes notes of the answers.
I'll just make a note of that. If you see him again, Mrs. Fletcher, you just give me a call.
Thanks very much, Constable. I certainly will. Hello? Is that the police station? I've just seen that stalker again. Oh, a cigarette, yeah? Oh, no, it's probably best not doing it. Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, there's enough smoke in there as it is, eh? Yeah. All them candles and that. Yeah, smells excellent. What is that with, eh? Opium, is it? Yeah? It's a trendy at the minute. Yeah, loads of people in the biz do it. Yeah. Apparently it's really good for you too. Yeah, it really makes you chill. You know what I mean? What's it, the big of it? Yeah, eh? Excellent duds. Yeah, and it's really inspiring for me with them colours and them textures and that. It's really like doing my head in. Guess why? Because I'm a stylist, right? I style things. Yeah, it's like church is a new club, isn't it? Yeah, I read that in Jizz. Yeah. I suppose it's a cool place to meet people, is it? Yeah? Excellent, you know. It's good to know, you know, like even ugly people get to cop off, eh? No offence.
Let's now sing hymn number 375.
Oh, excellent music, excellent vibe. Jara Vinda Vinda La La. Yeah, excellent. Like, everyone's getting into like listening to that in the fashion circuit. Yeah. Robbie Williams, he's got a tattoo of a Celtic cross on his arse. Yeah, that's my head. Really does my head in. Because, you know, you need spirituality, man, don't you? Yeah. I mean, Mother Teresa, you know, bless her, had a face like a pickled walnut, but, you know, she understood about basic style, didn't she, simple colours and then big sandals were like trippy, not me. Everyone's wearing now that Birkenstocks are out, yeah. Oh, what's this? My mate said it was free admission. No way, man, I'm not paying for a gander at Jesus. No, mate, no. I ain't even down the front and I can't even see the stage properly, no. Anyway, this place is going to get loads of free publicity when I use it as a styling influence in Jizz magazine, yeah.
May you now go in peace to love and serve the Lord.
Yeah, and you, mate, yeah. Actually, no, now think about it, yeah, it's just like Glastonbury, isn't it? Yeah, without the mud or the smell of shit, yeah. Excellent result. So, which way's the beer tent, eh?
Tomorrow night's Brit Conwell being Unnatural Act. After the break tonight, it's Nurses.